I mean, we're live, so go ahead and finish the video, I guess.
That's fine. That's fine. I highly recommend Saiga Runner on TikTok. I like his stuff. He's good.
You're gonna be hurting like a.
He apparently started off as a Naruto account, but then recognized the greatness that is One Piece and is now a One Piece account.
I like that.
And he's the one that gives me my regular spoilers of what happens in every new chapter, despite me being 5 chapters behind.
I mean, you could just, keep up and you
Huh?
would be fine.
What?
Read faster, Bray.
No, that doesn't sound right. I'll just follow him.
Sure. Enjoy your content however you want to enjoy your content.
He's great. But okay, what we're right. We going
have some
to
more outrage.
Discuss Disney.
Disney's doing some things.
Right?
They got some video games coming out that I'm looking.
Dang,
I was a little worried, huh?
No preamble, just jumping right in.
Yeah, just jumping right in. All right, Disney's making some video games.
Show some enthusiasm.
Nah, I can't. Not like that dude did in the Nintendo joint. That was impressive. Just very excited about some games that were not exciting, but besides the point. Disney's coming for Nintendo's launch. At least I thought it was, and then it seems they're dropping the games on Nintendo. So we'll see what happens. That's all.
What are the games? What are they possibly dropping? Like, give all the facts if you're going to give any.
I didn't have all the facts in my head. What is it called? Like Disney Speedstorm, I believe. So pretty much they're making a Mario Kart clone. It looks fun. They got a great catalog of characters, so this should be a good game if they don't, fuck it up. I'm looking at you, PlayStation All-Stars.
Oh, yeah, that was bad. All those like fake Super Smash games that came out. Because there was a Nickelodeon one. There's also the Warner Brothers one.
The Multiverses, I hear mixed reviews. It's mixed reviews. Some people either say it's the worst thing ever, and some people are like, "This is pretty fun," especially if you're new to like Smash games. And then I heard like one reviewer just happy that it wasn't balanced, so that they can actually play it properly, because some characters were way more OP than others. So yeah, we'll see how that goes in the long run.
I feel like being part of being good at one of those melee games, like the fighting ones, is to just know which characters are accidentally overpowered. I don't want them to like nerf or buff certain characters to make it even. No. I want to know as soon as I get on the field with someone, if they choose Pichu, they're screwed. They're dead. They don't know what they're doing right off the bat.
Nah, or they do know what they're doing and they're just about to shit on your life.
That's what would make it even better. If someone goes with like the supposed weakest character and then cleans the field.
Yeah, I know.
I would be super impressed.
I know my cousin used to do that shit to me in FIFA. He would choose like a 2-star team, and I would choose like a world 5-star team, and then lose anyway, and just sit there just in shame. It's like, damn.
It's a matter of skill.
I mean, that is what I told myself as well. It's like, nah, he just plays all the time, so obviously I'm not that bad. He just plays it for like 2 years straight.
You're probably that bad.
Wrong. I was actually right, because I remember this was back in the day, so no one had like multiple games all the time. So I borrowed it from him for a year, and then I came back and played them, and obviously I won because I had it for a year. So it's just a matter of time, people. Effort is, I mean, the Souls community gets it. Is get good. That's what it took for me to be able to beat him that one time, and then
training.
Play it again. Yeah,
wasn't an inherent quality. You just tried harder.
Yeah,
but
basically.
so Disney's coming out with that racing game with their various Disney characters, but slightly stylized. I don't know. I wish they kept each character like have some unique trait, design-wise, of their original. But then, I don't know. I wasn't so impressed just by the trailer.
The game will be hard to keep like consistent, because it's not like Kingdom Hearts where it's going to like a different world every time, so that they can just go back to any art style they'd like.
Why not?
This needs to be on this course. I think maybe if they had something like like multiple styles of the characters depending on what map you're on. That would
Yeah,
be kind
that
of
or
cool.
you can choose it along with your outfit. Oh, maybe I'm
Mm,
thinking Smash again.
maybe. I
Because in
mean,
Smash, that's exactly what I was thinking. You can like switch the color and they have different outfits depending.
sure.
But that just proves it can be done relatively easily to just put in
Hmm,
some options.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Disney's also coming for Animal Crossing with fuck, what's it called? What's that new? Something Valley. I could have just been
Sun
making it up.
Valley.
That's
Oh,
not right.
with Nintendo's live feature, they have so many farming simulators. They had like at least 3 or 4 games where it's just like you're in a peaceful village, you talk to the locals, you grow some crops.
That was a
Like
lot of the games
over
they
and over
announced.
again. And you can
Even
go
if
fishing in all of them.
even if it was an RPG, at some point there was some farming elements.
I'm just
It
thirsty
was
to pick
Dreamlight
apples.
Valley. That's what I was thinking of. It was something Valley. Look at that.
Mhm. I'll admit, the one that's a fairy farming, that one was cute. Where you are a fairy and you're doing farming. You're not
Right.
farming fairies.
I mean, that could be.
That felt relevant to just clarify right
I
quick.
that is a terrifying prospect. A little. If
Yeah.
you
Oh my
consider
god, what would they do with the fairies?
if you're thinking like Tinkerbell fairies, then it's a terrifying prospect. If you're thinking like Breath of not like Zelda fairies, where it's just like a little ball of light with some wings, eh, completely fine with your farming those.
Right, they're just slightly larger fireflies. Speaking
Basically,
of, was there did it show the trailer for the new Breath of the Wild? It did. It
it
did.
it showed like like the new cinematic trailer. Same with like Disney Speedstorm. It was just
I
here's some
felt like
CG.
they were giving a little bit of gameplay of certain like
I don't.
activities you can do. Like I saw a new kind of
Oh,
surfing.
we did see him like jump off the Sky Island. I don't know what they call him in Zelda's verse, but that's what it looked like.
Yeah. And the outfits. You saw a quick glimpse of a few more outfits, but I'm excited for that.
I mean, yeah,
Because
Breath of the Wild
Gerudo Link
2 is
is
gonna be
top
great.
tier. Thank you for giving that to us.
We talking
But
about him
you weren't
changing.
a little happy to see it. You didn't run around in that outfit for a little longer than necessary.
I mean, sure, sure. Look, it was an
Yeah.
overwhelmingly great game. I have my issues with it, but overwhelmingly it's a
Oh,
good game. Yeah, my
the
issue is
respawns.
I hate respawns. I hate respawns so much. Like any game where it's why I don't do well in a lot of like does this new online games. It's like, no, I just cleared this tunnel out. It stays cleared for at least 20 in-game days, or else no, I don't. I don't want things to respawn. I want to
Whoa,
be able
whoa,
to
whoa,
come
whoa,
back
whoa!
and
But in Breath of the
backtrack.
Wild, it is like 28 game days. It's like a blood moon. I think once a month.
Is it once? Nah, it felt faster than that. It was like every 3 days in that game.
Nah,
It was quick.
I gotta look that up. Breath of the
That or I
Wild
played it way too
blood
long.
moon frequency. Okay, 8 to 9 game days. Fine.
It was
So
not
you're
20.
right. It was like a little over weekly.
Right? And that's what, like 3 hours of playing? It was very quick. It's like, oh, I forgot something. Fuck, all the enemies are back. All right, let me prep again to take out all of these fucking
I feel
great
that's just
game.
because you're lazy.
Just you could. I feel like if I got something from them, like if there was like a leveling system, I would feel better.
You do get them. You get crafting items and more weapons.
I don't need crafting items. I had enough weapons for my boss fight that
But
I'm ready
they
for.
serve a purpose.
I already had everything I needed. Now they're just in the way of me enjoying the rest of the game.
They're so easy to avoid. Okay, mostly. Those like giant
Mhm.
laser beam shooting
Yeah.
ones, those are tricky.
Are
Those
they?
are annoying.
Yeah, they're back every single time.
But like just the goblins, yeah.
The goblins are annoying, especially because they start throwing bombs at some point, I think.
No, but the new game, it looks very good. I'm excited to see it.
I mean, most definitely.
Let's see what else. Oh, the newest updates for Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War. So still, as far as I'm aware, as of like a few hours ago, there has been no confirmation about where it is. Rumors still have it. It will be Disney Plus, but it just feels weird that they just haven't said it. Actually, it makes me more likely to believe it's Disney Plus because I feel like Crunchyroll would have said something if they got it. Um, but I don't know. I'm still annoyed because it feels almost like a marketing scheme now. They're like hiding it out of secrecy. We have less than a month before it comes, and they still haven't confirmed what it's airing on. But the new information as of I want to say this week is that it will be simulcast. Viz Media had sent out a tweet officially announcing yes, it will be simulcast. But I don't know if that's necessarily simulcast in the US or English markets, now
Right?
that I think about it.
We know
Because
nothing
they
about
didn't
it at this point.
clarify.
At this point, we know nothing. We know that it's dropping October 10th, and I assume Pirates will be able to have it. Everyone who supports those guys will be able to enjoy Bleach right away.
Right? And it will be simulcast in certain regions. We just don't know for sure this region as well. Did you ever figure out if it was true that it will be dropping in 4 parts?
No idea. Same thing. Rumors.
Okay.
There's
Because,
nothing
yeah,
official.
for that one, who was it? It was an Instagram account, Today Anime News on Instagram, had said that Thousand Year Blood War will have 4 parts. Whether or not that's true, I need to confirm that.
And even if it has 4 parts, if it's back to back season wise, or even like only 1 or 2 seasons apart, it shouldn't be too bad. If it's like a year apart, I feel some kind of way. You've had too
Yeah, if
much
they
time.
pull an Attack on Titan, it's going to be a bit of beef.
Yeah, you've had too much time for this, and I don't think it's gonna be that long. So, drop the show.
Yeah, but they're estimating it'll be like 45 to 50 episodes for a
Mm.
1,000 Year Blood War, so it'll be long. And not
Yeah,
like that nonsense JoJo's, which drops like, I don't know, 6, 7 episodes. Okay, maybe it was 10 the first season. I just know it was too short. So I hate when they cut a decently length season in half and then drop that as 2 parts.
I mean, that's technically true for like all shows, really. It's like we could technically give you all of Mob Psycho, but we don't have it yet, so you're getting this bit.
Ooh.
All right. Next thing to talk about. Do we want to wait for Patty for this one if she does show up?
Well, what are you
I feel like,
suggesting?
I mean, Little Mermaid seems to be the main thing, the main topic of contention these days.
I was wondering if we should avoid it just to like give people a break from it because they have all heard and seen the clips. But you know what? It's here. Is it Chloe Bailey? I think doing it.
It's not Chloe Bailey.
Nope,
How do
it's
we not know
definitely
her?
Hallie.
There you
Because
go.
I know they're part of the duo, Hallie and Chloe. I just wasn't sure which one. But yeah, we all knew this though. Like, why is it blowing up now? I guess
I
because
mean,
the trailer released, people are
basically,
going ham. But we've known for like over a year, I think, well over a year,
way
I'd
longer.
say.
Because yeah, I've been discussing this for years now that there's gonna be a Black Little Mermaid,
Yeah.
which is great.
And people have been up in arms for a while too, and I don't I know, I guess there's some people who feel like if it's not the straight up racist one, I don't want to see black princesses. There are some people who go with the argument that I just want the live action to as closely resemble the character as possible. I want to see my favorite characters come to life.
Mm.
I don't know how I feel about that. What do you think of that kind of idea? Like I want this to as closely resemble the original character as possible.
I mean, it's still Little Mermaid. It's just too fictitious for me to really care about the skin tones. Like, I think we were talking about this yesterday. Like, if they tried to make a black Hercules, honestly, I'd probably be on the side of the white people. Like, yo, nah, it don't really work here.
Oh
He's
well, that
Greek.
is specifically in Greece.
But that's what I'm saying. He's Greek. Like,
But
he
what
has
about
to
in
be
cases
kind of
where it's
white.
like not necessarily specific regions? Like the idea of when they were announcing the One Piece live action casting, it was really cool to see them. It's like, oh my god, that fits that character well. Same thing for the Avatar one. When we look and say, like, yeah, that passes the vibe check. You were very excited about the announcement for who was playing Iroh.
I mean, yeah, but they're supposed to be kind of Asian, so bringing in Asians, so rectifying what you fucked up last time is very different.
Mm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good example where it is like whenever there was an original series that then went to a live action that's not specifically rooted in a certain country or location or ethnicity. And how if it wasn't directly tied to ethnicity, we still are kind of happy to see characters that
Here's
resemble the originals.
here's the thing. With Avatar, even if they with what they did with the all white cast, if it was a competent movie, I don't think anyone would be mad. It'd have been like, it sucks that we didn't get Asian characters, but it's good movie. Like the effects were great, the acting was on point, but that's not what we got. So
I know,
not
like I
only was
said,
it a splat,
Avatar was a bad example because it was a bad movie with a bad cast. Oh,
yeah.
and hi, Karen. But I'm trying to think, is there any example? I think One Piece was probably one of the better ones.
I mean,
Like
we'll
how you're
see.
excited when you see the actors they chose vaguely resemble the characters.
Yeah, most definitely.
Like if they got someone who had black hair as Sanji, I,
I mean, put
like
a
you would
wig
still
on
want him to dye blonde. Not like necessarily
him.
switch ethnicities, but if it looks different as a fan, a lot of times I can see fans genuinely thinking, "Yeah, I want these live action people to look like the characters. I want the characters to come to life."
But I think I saw somebody making the argument that this is a remake, so it's not just a pure live action; it's a complete reimagining of the story. So yeah, like some plot points might be the same, some of the songs are the same, but nah, we're
Wait,
giving
you're
it up to
saying
date.
it's not uh it depends cuz what Disney's doing is a little ambiguous. When they're doing their live action, some they're going like shot for shot. It almost feels like, but
Hmm.
then again, I'm remembering the live action Aladdin and they did change some things.
Yeah, like
Obviously, Will Smith as
and
the genie, but also actually mostly Will Smith as the genie and how the genie had a different plot line and a romance
not only that,
compared to
like
the original
at the
animated.
end of the day, this is Disney's property. They could change what the fuck they feel.
Well,
Like,
we're not saying they can't, they're not allowed. That's a completely different argument that no one's making.
mm,
I'm just thinking, aside from the obvious racism, because this is 99% racism.
mhm.
Oh, holy shit, my car's air condenser broke.
Yes.
Random bit into my life, my car's air conditioning was not working. I feel I'm going to share the good news with other people. And I was very stressed because when I tried to make an appointment at my nearby like car garage dealership, they wanted $165 just to diagnose the issue. They were gonna fix shit. They were just looking to tell me what was wrong, and then they'd charge me again to fix it. Luckily, my car was under a warranty. So they looked at it for free, and now the issue, which would cost much money, is also covered under a warranty. So my car is getting fixed for free right now. If any of you have car problems, I hope the same good luck transfers to you. Let's send out good vibes into the universe
Nice.
that we don't have to pay multiple hundred to get ridiculously tiny components of our cars fixed.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And hello, kawaii even life of a T-Rex.
Welcome. Welcome,
Where
Peach.
right before I got that bit of good news, I was saying, yeah, Little Mermaid. So obviously, I'm not on the side of the people who's like, I want my Little Mermaid to be XYZ. That's
I mean,
stupid. I
she
just want to
still
know
is.
in
Yo,
general,
boot up the old movie, like it still exists. like,
right? And
like
the fact
Disney
that the old
Plus, it's
movie isn't
all
even
over
the
there.
original, it's Disney's Little Mermaid. They don't own the
Uh,
fairy tale.
like
The
the
fairy
fairy
tale
tale
itself
still
is
there.
public domain. People can make whatever mermaid makes a wish to become human and then dies because she can't get her crush or succeeds at seducing her crush. Movie they want. Anyone can make one.
Hmm.
So I guess if you're like such a hardcore Disney enthusiast that you loved Disney's Little Ginger Mermaid, fine. But I would need if anyone's complaining about her not being redhead and white, which is implied, I would need to see you have like a hardcore fan history of standing Little
Right.
Mermaid. You
I
have to
need
have
multiple
posters on
posters
your
in your
wall
room.
and like classic memorabilia in order for me to believe that you are that attached specifically
Then
to
yeah,
this
you're hurt.
one singular version of the Little Mermaid. Because again, anyone can make a Little Mermaid movie. Disney cannot own that. Maybe they'll own the title, The Little Mermaid,
I
But
believe they do.
if it's just the fairy tale and the rough story,
Yeah, you
anyone
can
can do it.
have some fun. I've seen many mermaid type shows and
We just saw
movies.
Bubble. The Bubble,
Yeah, which
the
is
animated
basically
one,
just
based off the
Little
Little
Mermaid.
Mermaid fairy tale, and she dies and turns to bubbles. Sorry,
Yeah,
spoil.
I mean it's in the title.
Yeah, isn't that all? No, hey, Camera G. But yeah, other than that, just the argument that she should look like the original, it's a little shaky. So there's not really room for it. And what I will bring up a million times and encourage people to see if they haven't seen it yet, because they don't think they can enjoy a fairy tale with
Right.
different color casting, is go ahead, watch I think Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella starring Brandy with Whitney Houston. Because my God, it was beautiful. It is
Like
glorious.
it,
Every song is a bop.
it was as an adult that I finally realized, oh my gosh, there's mad racism here. They just threw whatever together. It's
They
whoever
did.
beat out the audition got the job, and
And
it
it's
is
great.
incredible. Like meritocracy all the way. Let's just do that.
Yeah, yeah. It is such a fun movie. So I'm not upset with it. Based off that trailer, though, I feel like the theaters will be sold out. In fact,
I mean,
all of y'all, even if you don't want to go, buy a ticket, pay
yeah,
for it, run up the box office
no,
numbers.
and it
Because
seems if you have a black
this is
daughter,
almost the level of another Black Panther. I feel like the idea of having like really bringing in the Black Disney princesses. We have Tiana. We all know we didn't love Tiana. It's okay.
the music in that movie was great,
It
though.
flopped. The music was good, but the movie itself flopped. It wasn't well advertised or promoted. And it's such
And
a
they're
shame because
pushing
that
this
was
one
the
properly.
last of Disney's 2D animated
Yeah,
films. But that's just to say, Black Princesses kind of lacking. So having Hallie step in. I keep wanting to say Chloe, but it's definitely Hallie. Having her step in, it's great. Like you saw those little clips on TikTok of all like the compilations of little
oh
girls who are
yeah,
so excited.
yeah. Like I didn't realize how important it was until I saw those clips. Like I understood, and like on paper you get it. It's like yeah, this is important. But then when you saw those clips, it's like shit, this means a lot. Like
Right.
this means way more than I initially thought. So
Right? And it's wild that
good
here
job,
in
Mouse.
2022 you can get those same reactions. Like you're still getting those reactions of just shock. Like, "Oh my god, how is this possible?" It's a little sad that people are that shocked. But, there's a big outcry. It's nonsense even though, the original said it's in the Caribbean.
I mean, yeah, it says
It's
that.
right in the song Under the Sea. Is that where it is? I think that's where it says it.
It's in there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So if they sang that song, it's like, oh yes, right in the Nordic waters. Okay, fine, maybe. Maybe. But actually, do we know who's playing King Trident yet?
They mentioned it. I think it's a white dude, actually. Could swear.
Or Triton, Little Mermaid. 'Cause I'm just realizing this is a very big relevance to me right now. Because that as a live action could be like ultimate fish daddy status.
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem, King Triton. Uh mm,
I mean, we'll see what makeup
eh.
does.
Well, yeah, we'll have to see what makeup does.
Huh?
Because I feel like he might need to be a little more brolic. I'm just realizing that this is very important.
You need him to be swole with no shirt on.
I need him to be swole, white haired, flowing granddaddy status. He cannot look frumpy if he's going to be playing this. Also, why don't I know who Ursula is? I'm now getting actively annoyed because there's so much I feel like
I
I'm
mean,
missing.
the
Who
trailer
is
really only
Ursula?
showed Hallie, so we're waiting for like the full actual trailer because we basically just got the teaser. The notes were on point, so I'm sold. That's really all it takes for me. Like the music's on point. I'm gonna pay for a ticket.
Ursula. Oh, wait. Is that the real cast? Because I'm trying to see if this is a fan cast or the real cast that has Melissa McCarty as Ursula.
I think that's
Which
the real one.
I would have rathered if they found like a real drag queen to play Ursula, because that just feels more true to the role.
Really? I don't know.
What? I thought, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Ursula was based off like drag queen.
Mm, again, as long as she hits the notes for poor unfortunate souls right, I'm happy.
Oh no.
What
Okay,
happened?
maybe that's okay. Cynthia G. I think our
Oh, the
YouTube
trolls.
has been spammed.
Yeah. There's nothing to be done about it. I don't know how to fix it. Oh wait,
Oh,
actually I do
you
know how
can't
to
moderate comments?
Nope, that's fine.
That was not what we wanted to happen.
White women taught me that. Interesting. So
Okay, I thought it was a bot, but that might be a real person.
I don't know.
Oh well, that's fine. We're aware of that.
Yep. Well, that's
But
gonna
no,
be fun
there's
to
there's a
fix.
lot to see about Little Mermaid. I want to see it in theaters because I feel like it'll just be really beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Oh
We
wait,
were.
wait. I really hope this isn't a fan cast and that this is the real cast because it says David Diggs is Sebastian.
Yeah, I did
That's
see
my
that.
man from Guns and Ships.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be amazing. Like, I hope
I
they
did
add some new original songs to it. Because I know, like, the other movies did. Like, there's some original songs in Lion King. And this could be great if they have some new ones in. I don't know. I'm getting excited for it.
For Little Mermaid. Yeah, same.
Yeah. Is your visual working? Right now I see an orange square. Did you mean to do that?
I did not know.
Okay. Might have to fix that.
No, it's fixed.
Mm.
Just in the settings dealing with Mateos.
Oh, did you figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't get rid of the chat that's already up, but they will write no more.
Good, good. But now it should be decent. I'm looking forward to it. All the hate is honestly just going to hype up the numbers who go see it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I had no full intention of going to see it, but now it's like I'm gonna go see it 3 times just in case.
For Halloween with his orange square.
I'm ready.
Oh, I hate how Halloween season is already pretty much here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the kind of person, I don't want to see Halloween till October 1st. I don't want to see Thanksgiving till November 1st. I don't want to see Christmas until after Good Friday.
But you don't get to see Thanksgiving, all right? After Halloween is Christmas. Everyone knows that.
No, it's just, the woes of capitalism, I suppose. They just start shoving things at you so quickly.
I mean, they want your money.
Yeah, and they're gonna get it. But I wish they wouldn't like jump to get it now.
But they want as much of it as possible. They want you to buy enough candy so that it spoils somehow because you left it out in the sun so that you have to go and get some more on October 29th and 30th.
Of course, of course, of course. Ugh. Oh wow. Only good thing is the fall season coming with anime. This summer has been all right.
It's had some stuff.
I don't know.
I've done
like
some
there's some
catching
good
up on some
things.
things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Out.
If you're catching up on things, that means the summer hasn't been all that.
No, Shadow House is amazing.
As always, yes.
Right? So, yeah, summer was not bad. It wasn't chock full of goodness, which I'm excited for next season because, as you know, Bleach dropping. I'm excited for His Eminence in Shadow. I'm excited for Spy Family.
Wait, so have you seen all of Bleach?
Yes.
Really?
I have not read all of Bleach, but I did watch the whole thing.
Wait, you watched it instead of reading?
It was in my early days. Before I even knew reading manga was a thing. I just knew the show was out. Yeah, I watched Bleach majority on YouTube. Along with Naruto. Those were the two that started my journey.
Jeez, you're a classic.
Hardcore fan? Yeah.
And then you did One Piece last?
One Piece I was kind of already watching on like whatever was on TV, but again, when I first started, it was Naruto, and then I missed an episode, so I went on YouTube to track down that episode. Found it, watched it, was like, all right, cool. And then I saw it say the next episode was up just in Japanese with subtitles. I was like, might as well.
Right,
Same
I'll
thing
learn to
happened
read
with
for this.
Bleach. Yeah, same thing happened with Bleach. And then I believe in college is when I finally got around to saying, oh, snap, One Piece was cool. Let me start that over. And then that journey began. So, yeah, good times.
Dang, YouTube, you really did used to allow for anything. Like, YouTube didn't used to care at all about copyright. If you wanted to do it, put it up on YouTube.
Well, I
It's
mean,
fine. No one will mind.
I think in the super early days, no one was really getting paid off of YouTube. It's
Oh,
just it's kind of like how Twitter works now. It's like, yeah, just throw your content up. And now Twitter has a bunch of content and you get nothing.
I miss those early days. The first rise when no one knew how to like moderate anything on the internet.
You mean like what we just did like 2 seconds ago?
Yeah, yeah, something like
Moderation
that.
is
But I
good
mean more in
sometimes.
terms of like you can't even post a video on YouTube without it flagging you if you have like 3 seconds of audio that's
It's not,
protected, which
it's
is
not
fair.
yours.
That's protecting creators, I guess.
It
Uh,
is.
it feels less like protecting creators and more just like these platforms covering their own asses so they can't be liable for suits.
It's both.
Uh,
It's true. Like enjoy what you enjoy. Like I do subscribe to that idea. Like if you don't like it, just turn it off.
oh,
Like,
absolutely.
like,
I'm
what are you
in full
doing?
for that. Like, y'all know if you've been listening by now, I appreciate garbage and I appreciate flaming garbage even more. So I like listening to the trolls because I think it's fun and funny and silly.
So
But
it's
yeah, if you
hilarious. Like,
ever feel
I've
like
watched
that kind of
500
talk is
episodes.
dragging you down, disengage. Like, honestly, sometimes you just gotta shut it off. Don't be afraid to block people. The block button is free.
Yeah,
And there
not
are
feeding
hundreds of
trolls.
thousands
It's
other
very
people who
easy.
can replace the negative voices.
Yeah, never feed trolls. Like it's just unnecessary. Unless your job is feeding trolls, in which case, make your content. I guess.
I'd want that on a business card. Brown Alfonso, designated troll feeder.
Sure,
I can see it being a valid job.
I could
But
actually
nah,
easily
for
see
those who
that.
like when
I
things
mean,
get
it's
too
just called
toxic,
PR, really. You're just a PR expert and you just handle social media. That's the job. That's the name of that job. You feed trolls all day.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, all the time, if I see someone on TikTok talk about something and I just disagree, I just block them because I don't want to hear your
Ooh.
outtake. Yes, people say you're influencing your own bubble or what's it called? Your own echo chamber. It's like, yeah, I am. And I'm not getting on TikTok to learn stuff. I'm getting on TikTok to see cute animal videos and vaguely some anime recommendations.
A lot of women twerking is one of
Mm.
them.
Ooh.
Yeah, Overlord and Danmachi are incredible. Overlord more so, in my opinion. I especially liked the last episode that just dropped, and that was cool. So yeah, great shows. Classroom of the Elite is still going. So yeah, like I said, summer season was not terrible. It had quite a
It
few.
was there. If you were already a fan of the shows, then the summer season will keep you. If you
Yeah,
weren't,
there were a lot of
I
sequels.
don't know if there's anything that would suddenly pull you in to starting.
I think Shadow House could easily pull some people in,
The first
and
season was so good.
I think
Like
Overlord
the
still
second one is
can
still
do it.
being is strong, but I haven't got that like same shock of the season when they confirmed that like yes, these are children. There is no such thing as a living doll. Like we all knew, but I loved how it laid it out. The pacing
Yeah,
was wonderful. So I need another like disturbing moment
I
in
mean
this
they're still
season.
working with that idea, uh, and I liked the reveal. So I'm not gonna spoil anything because Shadow House is just one of those shows. Like any spoiler would actually kind of fuck with the show and enjoying the show.
Yeah.
So it's easily one of those things where it's like the first time you watch it, it's gonna be the best time. Kind of like a race. It's like once you know, you know.
Hmm. I mean, there are some shows that like seeing it the second time around is even better.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but
for that one, the
a
first
lot
time
of
will be the best when you just
a lot of
realize
mystery
things.
suspense ones I refuse. I don't believe are those kind of shows. Like Monster, I don't think you can watch the second time and think it's the greatest thing ever. The second time, it's good still. It's still great. It's just not as good as the first time you see it. Where when you know what's around every corner, it's just not the same.
Yeah. But Yuri on Ice, on the other hand, it's great on the second time around. Every time I will try to plug some of my faves, no matter what, until
I mean,
everyone in the world has seen it twice.
great. It's why we started a podcast, really, so
Honestly,
we can
yeah,
push what
yeah.
we want.
So people will yell at me about Yuri on Ice. It's very
It,
exciting.
I'm
But
literally mainly here just to push that. Isekai is still great.
uh,
Please continue enjoying it. Wish fulfillment, yes, please.
oh, we're all dying on our own hills, aren't we? That
Harems
is the point of all
all
this.
day, every day.
If even one person joins, it's worth it. But now, New Gundam made an interesting point with his last comment, just about Bleach has a lot of fillers, so it makes you want to do the manga.
Mhm.
I actually heard some people consider, and wonder what you think about this, that the One Piece anime could benefit from some more fillers, especially right now,
No,
as we're
no, they
approaching the
could not.
final saga. So would
Would
you
they
say
could
like yes?
they
Would
could
you
benefit
like
from a break? They
that's
could
what I'm
just
saying? Would you
stop
rather break
making
or
the show
would you
for a
actually
while.
enjoy if they added fillers?
Nah,
Because some people
just
make an
take a break.
interesting point that I feel like post like Grand Line Disney Saga, they get more and more serious, and you don't often see those like goofy, chillin' hangout moments that you had in earlier arcs.
Like it can be done. It's just our history with filler has always been just it's bad. It's not like a good episode. Like if they can make great fillers, like sometimes One Piece does have like a pretty good one where it's like a side island. I think there was one where they just like robbed like a military base, and I thought that was great. Like that was a fun episode or two. But like to have like 20, 30 episodes about nothing really. I
Not
can't.
directly, maybe just like maybe tops 2 or 3 episodes in between islands. Or what I would love, what I would go absolutely crazy
But
hyped
the thing
for
is,
is
One
if
Piece
they
does do
started
that.
adding fillers, but those fillers were the SBSs, like the little shorts at the
Oh, like
beginning
the
that show
beginning,
what other
those would be
people are
fire.
doing. So
Those would
just
be
an
fire. Yeah.
interlude shown like this one picture and they make an entire episode out of that one picture. Yo,
That
it
could
would
work.
be incredible.
But as far as like the fillers between arcs, they sometimes do that. Like I remember there was like a whole like mini arc where they went to like a silver mine. I don't
They
remember
used
reading
to.
that.
And would you want to still see that? Because when was the last time there was a filler arc? I don't know because I'm more
I think
manga
it was that
only.
silver mine. Like I'm pretty sure that was before Whole Cake somewhere, but either way, it's
Okay.
I don't think it's necessary. Like, but that idea you just said with just the opening
Yeah,
screens,
just like one quick episode interlude. They can
that'd be
even
cool.
retroactively start them and make maybe every third episode or every fourth episode, they just do one of those all the way back from the beginning. I would love if they just retroactively added all that into the content.
Yeah, that could be cool. Like,
Right.
and you could do like two an episode. Like, I've watched shorts, so you could just have like 5 minutes
Ooh,
here, 5 minutes there. Five. You
a
have a
filler that's
thousand of
just
these.
full of shorts, like three or
You
four shorts of those
exactly
quick
like
little clips.
just like the Tales of Ba Sing Se, where it was like three different stories, and then they just kind of meet up. It's like, yeah, you could just have, hey, here's what Bartholomew Kuma was doing before he got captured.
That would be amazing. And again, they can retroactively work back, like starting at some of the earliest ones and just tossing them in now to try to match
Yeah,
up the pacings.
yeah, just
Oh, that would be so good.
and
I
honestly, a few breaks
desperately,
is fine.
sincerely want that now.
Take a month or two off. It's fine. The One Piece fandom is concrete at this point. You're fine taking a break.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people might appreciate it if they're trying to catch up right now.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a little bit of time.
Mhm. Oh, what was the longest One Piece has been on break for?
Yeah, I started reading New Gundam's comment. I was like, "Whoa!" And then he was like, "So am I." I'm like, I could get behind that.
Birds of feather. It's what is isekai? Isekai will always be a good idea, and there's always ways of making it fresh. It's just a matter of will they put enough uh fucks into it. If you have enough fucks to give, or are you just looking for something quick and easy to make? Because in general, it's a brilliant idea. Like create an entire new world, build up on it, build up on the characters, and there's tons of great light novels following that premise. It just seems like they keep making kind of the meh ones. Okay, they're alright,
Yeah.
but like
I
very
mean,
very generic.
some of the bad ones are fun too. Like I think there's one. Fuck, I got reincarnated, so I might as well cheat or something like that. And basically, he's just he can make potions of all levels. So he just does that every day, and then uses the money to go to brothels.
Jeez.
That's it. That's all he
See,
does.
I love the idea of it, but is the execution good? Is there a good villain he goes against? Is it just
No,
really great
no,
quality slice
wait,
of life comedy?
wait. He's going to brothels. That's it. That's what
Yeah,
he
but is
does.
it at least interspecies reviewers level of going to brothels? Because they made going to brothels fun. They made
did.
it a point that they are almost these like top tier level adventurers who can practically defeat a demon lord, gather a bunch of money in like a quick montage just so that they can go back to their real plot line. Go into brothels. That
Yeah,
is
no,
wonderfully done. Not an isekai, but that same fantasy world that they made fresh and fun and interesting.
fair.
Honestly, guys, if you haven't
But I
watched
did say
interspecies
it was a
reviewers,
man
I
one.
recommend.
Oh no, interspecies definitely all day,
It's
every
great.
day. It was ridiculous when Funimation was like, "I'm not gonna keep it on here because what? What are you doing, Funimation? This is why
Well,
you
it
lost to
is fully a
Crunchyroll.
hentai.
This is why you lost to Crunchyroll. This was
Fully
the
a
silly
hentai.
this
But
was
it
the
is like
silly
the
silly
best
decisions
hentai
you
I've
made.
ever seen.
It is not a full hentai. It is.
It's ambiguously on the line.
It's
Because I think
basically
if they show nipple,
Skinemax,
I consider it.
which I never really considered porn. You know those like Cinemax movies where like no one's naked ever, but they're
Mm.
definitely splashing like on screen, and you just watch them rub each other for like 20 minutes. It's like, all right, that's the level of porn interspecies has.
But all that is to say, they ran with the premise dudes go to brothels and they didn't make it cliche. It wasn't like overly pervy and weird.
It
It
was
was you
ridiculously
liked the
perfect. It was
characters,
great.
you were like invested in the plot of just seeing them episodic comedies going place to place, meeting people. They made it a livable world in a way that I feel
Yeah,
like a lot of just isekai don't even bother with.
yeah.
Like
I
the
did
initial
like the
premise is cool, but aside from exactly what they say in the title, there is nothing else to keep you in.
yeah, I did like the fact that they actually talked about like the issues of making like the different species. Like when they went to like the fairy one, they were like, "Yeah, no, we can't take you. There's nothing we can do for you."
Right. And the salamander. It's hot, but you can only enjoy it if you have heat resistance.
So everyone else could just eat food off of it. It was great. Go watch Interspecies, definitely.
Mm. It's so fun. But yeah, that's the level of care and attention I want to see to these isekai because they could be amazing if they just get invested in. And I don't know, that's what I'm not seeing. Most of the time, it just seems like a quick anime they're tossing in. And that's why it feels like isekai trash. That's why Sword Art Online is still considered pretty good. Because like they at least put some stuff into it.
It had a great premise. They just dropped the ball somewhere
Yeah,
around
later
like
on.
the
I mean like
middle
the
of
first
season
season.
2. Like they just dropped the ball somewhere, and they just haven't really been able to pick it back up. I still enjoy it, but that's because I enjoy all isekai trash, really. But yeah, and then I remember when Gun Gale Online came out, like the spinoff one. A lot of people liked that more, and I hated it more. Like it was worse to me somehow. It was just like you're trying to salvage something, and it's worse. Sword Art needs Kirito Jesus, or else why am I here? I need Kirito Jesus, or else it makes no sense. Everything else is silly.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Invest into it. And not only that, instead of just isekai, I want to see more rebirth stuff. There's so much great rebirth like light novels and maybe even manga probably. And
A lot
not
of
just
webtoons are
like
having fun with it.
whatchamacall, your jobless reincarnation. Not that, I mean more redo of a healer, where shit goes wrong and the character goes back and fixes said shit.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
own body, own life, I know the plot line type level.
yeah. No, that is fun. I am reading the one that you don't care for, uh, the Abandoned Princess, and I enjoyed that.
Ah, yeah. That's because it just feels great.
Right. I'm also enjoying the Daughter of the Emperor, where it's basically like
Mhm.
it's still an isekai, but like
Well,
the whole
hold on.
first
New
volume she's
Gundam, you
maybe,
are 500% right. Ascendance of a Bookworm, that's what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
that
Like,
that
put some
world building
effort,
is
put some thought.
ridiculous.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Like, slight spoiler, I guess, but when you find out that the rich people are just not letting people know about magic and letting people die of a disease that's super easy to solve, like, wow,
Hmm. And they take their time.
it was
Because,
too
like,
fast.
again, I need a show that's good for more than just, like, the first 2 episodes. Where it's like, okay, I see the premise, and now you just kind of drop the ball because you didn't bother to give anyone else actual character, and you didn't bother to flesh out the world.
Yeah, we are
Yes,
talking.
we are talking about isekai and how it could be amazing if it just got a little bit more invested into it, like people to really try. He's gonna make you harem control. It's basically softcore.
Isekai
It's
make you say.
do people still use the term etchy? I feel like I haven't heard that out loud or even seen it in writing
Oh,
in a
yeah,
long
I'm also
time.
shocked that they are. So I think it's Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World, but the actual title is Slave Harem in the Labyrinth. I believe I told you about it earlier in the season, where I was like, we have a slave problem this season. This was one of
Yeah.
them.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah, like he murdered a bunch of people to buy slaves way too fast. Like it was just too fast.
But I asked, have when was the last time you heard the word etchy used? And is that something that's still used in the anime community? Because that used to be like just so much a genre. There's like romances and there's romance etchy. And it's like that not fully hentai. The way I considered it is like you see boobs, but the nipples are covered. That's etchy. Um Sasuke's sexy jutsu, that was etchy. But do people still use that term anymore? Because I feel like I haven't heard it in a hot minute.
Can an isekai series? I don't know. I don't think anyone ever says it anymore. You just kind of know. Those who know. It's just a pervy show.
Are
Like
we
high school
old?
D&D is etchy. I
Right,
don't
are
know.
we old now? Because I feel like new gen
Maybe
anime fans wouldn't know
we've
what that
just
means.
maybe we've just been inside too long. You know, you need to go outside and talk to folk. Yeah. um, can be a mainstream title. I mean, there's a few mainstream isekais. Overlord, obviously.
Mm,
Jobless Reincarnation did real well. Gungeon.
yeah.
Was it?
I mean, obviously
Teeth.
Sword Art and all of its offshoots, which are continuously coming out.
Those are definitely mainstream.
So, unless do you mean like mainstream as in super top line popular, like Hero Academy and Jujutsu Kaisen popular?
Oh,
Mm,
that I don't know. I feel like
not since Sword Art, none that I can think of.
Sword Art was basically the last to do it, and I think because of that, it's too much of a stain. Once anyone finds out it's an isekai, a lot of people will just drop it immediately. Even though there are some incredible ones out there, you gotta dig through the trash sometimes. All right.
Yeah, now that he mentioned it, I really am surprised that a lot of them aren't getting that big, but I feel like because they're not getting enough invested into them.
Well, I mean, the
Like, I
last one
really
that
feel
could have
like
done it was
Jobless,
Jobless,
yeah, is the
but
closest.
because of its main character, it can't.
Yeah, that problem isn't even isekai. It's that the main characters are freaking perv for little children. Oh, it could have been great because the animation on Jobless Rebirth or Reincarnation, I think, is so top of the line beautiful. It is gorgeous. The story takes its time. It fleshes out the world and all the other characters. Like, you know, a series really matters when you get the feeling, if characters been away for a while and reunite, that something happened to those characters off screen.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you gotta feel. The reunion between the main character and his dad
Oh,
was
that was
absolutely
intense.
incredible. It was
Like
intense.
that
It
was
was
so
wonderful.
intense. Like that idea that Rudy had not thought about something, and like, yeah, it's such an obvious thing you should have thought about, but I was busy. I was busy staying alive myself. Like, oh,
Yeah, that series is great despite the main character. I don't know if I can say that about a lot, but Jobless definitely can get that.
it's just that main character has too shady of a character flow that
Oh my
it
god, he
can
just
never
goes
go
too
into.
far.
Yeah, it can never go into proper mainstream.
No, 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 no.
Though I
Which
think
again, such a shame.
a webtoon that does a similar job, and he is not perfect, is the beginning after the end. So watch that if you couldn't stand Rudy. He's about the same, but
It's
not
on
perfect.
Webtoon Live.
I
Like,
have
what's it on?
no idea. I found it in Barnes and Noble.
Oh, then say that. Don't just call it a webtoon.
But
If
that's
you're
what it
gonna give a
is.
recommendation, you have to say where to find it.
Mm. I want to say it was Tappy Tunes, but can't be sure.
Mm, maybe. I feel like I should get Tappy Tuned, but I don't want to download too many of those apps because that drains a lot of money. Like, why is no one else pulling a Shonen Jump app?
I don't
Like,
know.
it doesn't make any sense. $1.99 unlimited.
Yeah,
Okay, not unlimited. I think you get like 100 chapters a day.
no, Shonen Jump, you get everything. Whatever's on there, it's
No,
yours
you
to
can
read.
watch any, but I think it limits you to 100 a day.
I assure you, it does not.
Oh. That
I
you've
have
read more.
read whole
I don't think I've
series.
ever hit the cap. But the point is, I need more to do that because it's an affordable way to actually read this stuff. Because, like, if you're getting books for like $19.99 each, just 5 volumes with maybe like 5 chapters each, so 25 chapters tops, and you're already in over $100.
Yeah,
It takes me less than an hour to read 1 volume of something, and that money just drains so quickly.
read it again. Get your money's worth. Take a
That's a
highlighter
shame.
to it. Take
Gundam
notes.
actually still use it, just depends on who you're talking to. Okay, so you've heard it used before. I just feel like I never hear that anymore.
I
Maybe we're too used to slightly
no,
perv stuff that
yeah,
we've
I wouldn't
raised the
bother.
bar for ecchi until it's pretty much full hentai.
Yeah, like basically, if there's like one like titty jiggle uh piece in the show, I'm like, that's not enough to be called etching. That's just
Yeah, but back in
how
the day, like a
life
panty
works.
shot and a titty jiggle, that's hentai. Not even a full
That-
titty jiggle. A wet shirt with a
Mhm.
vague outline of a bra would be enough to be considered etchy. And now that's just
Nah, I
modest
can't.
and polite.
Yeah, this is
Like
what.
no panty shots at all. So what
That's
happens
how
when the
you
wind
get
blows her
through the
skirt
day.
up? It just doesn't show a low angle shot? Wild. Wild. So yeah, I think maybe we're accidentally phasing it out because we're so used to it.
I mean, I think it's also the kind of shows I like. I would just have to say it all the time. Like I watch a lot of shows with etchy elements, so I'd have to say it like for every single show, and I feel like it should just be a given at this point.
Right? But then again, uh aside from this singular perv character, when I think of like the big ones right now, the Hero Academy, Jujutsu, those don't really do panty shots. So yeah,
No,
those technically aren't etchy. So there are still plenty of shows coming out non-etchy.
yeah,
So maybe just the term isn't slapped on things as easily anymore.
it is. You're just not watching the right things.
I must not be watching the right things. That's clearly what's going on here.
I feel like almost every isekai still has that title, that tag on it.
Dang, that says more about isekai than anything else. But
Uh,
now, thinking back, it's been
we
a
know who
minute
we
since
are.
I've even seen an anime guy trip and land his hands on a girl's chest.
I mean, no, that trope is kind of dying. Like
Is
some of
it?
the old etchy tropes are definitely dying out. Like they are getting rid of them very quickly. Fire Force
Okay.
definitely did have mad etchy moments. Yep.
Fire Force. Yeah, that did it.
With
Did it
the
have the
whole
classic trip down the stairs, she falls and somehow lands sitting
no,
on his
it
face with his head underneath her skirt?
yes and no. So they have a character who always somehow ends up in etchy situations. Like she'll like be walking around and suddenly, oh, her outfit falls apart. So yeah.
Okay, so Fire Force did it. I know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it just feels like something of a bygone era because I remember it was so prevalent. Like the classic walk into the bathroom in the middle of them changing. Oh my god, scream, slap.
Yeah. Because yeah,
Yeah.
now they'll have that same scene and no one will scream. They'll just be like, "Get the fuck out," like
Okay,
normal
I
people,
appreciate that a little bit.
like get out,
That's a little bit of growth.
and they'll just talk about it after, like humans.
Oh, yeah, my bad for walking in. No
Yeah,
worries.
basically.
And politely shut the door. Then
I
what are
think,
the new tropes? Because if the ecchi is still there, what's the newly emerging stuff?
I mean, there's still like finding people's panties in like the laundry. That's sometimes
Mm,
fun to do. Um, randomly being in a situation where you have to live with them, so them walking around half naked because they're home.
they're home
So
and
I
it's
know,
hot.
yeah,
Yeah,
they're home. It's
that's
hot.
the
Why
classic
would I
one.
not walk around normally? So
Yeah.
there's that.
Or the convenient person has to be naked for some reason. Because now I'm thinking, excellent ecchi, our dress up darling.
Yeah, there you
And I
go.
never, even until right now, associated it with ecchi just because that
But it
term has kind of been
definitely
out of my
is.
mind. But yeah, that's just well done. Turn around for a second while I change. I have to actively measure you for this, and a respectful main character who tries not to make it weird.
He definitely does. But yeah, I think what you said is
Convenient
just
son girlfriend. I hear rent a girlfriend in that. I hear any
yes.
kind of like fake dating. A couple of cuckoos.
No, we agree. It's definitely tasteful.
Oh,
Actually, that's the
yeah.
point.
Dress Up Darling is top tier wonderful. It is great. I love how he freaked out and had to like slap himself to get rid of the dirty thoughts. And then was fully professional afterwards. Oh, top
I
tier.
mean, that scene in the hotel, that was
Oh,
tough.
yo, that episode 11. Like, if it's worthy enough to remember the episode number, it's good. But yeah, Dress Up
Always.
Darling is great. I have no complaints. But
None
the
whatsoever.
convenient sudden girlfriend, I think that is a true trope.
That is happening a lot now. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
like, oh, our families are fighting. You need to have a girlfriend to stop it. What was that one? Fuck, I forgot the name. I know there's the one from last season, a couple of cuckoos, but
Yeah, I mentioned that one. Gonna ignore the frequent
I mean, but that's
parents are
been.
remarried, turns out we're siblings, turns out we're living together, turns out we're cousins, whatever.
Oh yeah, there's that one that's out
Yeah.
now.
Domestic girlfriend, couple of cuckoos, kinda. Uh what was the other
Oh
one?
yeah, my stepmom, shit, my stepsister is like my mom's ex, some shit like that.
My stepsister is my mom's ex. That is a completely different show. One I am kind of interested in seeing.
My stepmom's daughter is my ex. That's the normal title.
Mm,
There we go.
mm.
I mean, they're
Well,
not
it's glad to
together.
know
They
that the
were.
accidental living together never goes out of out
I
of
mean, yeah,
style.
that's been around for a while. Like I think
That's been
Mermaid
around.
Bride was there, so that was something. I think Shonen Jump just dropped one. I think that's a manga like My New Demon Bride or something like that. So yeah,
That was another old trope. Random alien or non-human chick is dropped in my lap.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
making kind of a resurgence. So we'll see how it
Ugh,
goes.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
No,
But again, what
I
is
remember Onegai
the
Sensei was
new
pretty
one?
good.
Hmm?
What were we thinking? New tropes?
Yeah,
Like I
new
said, it's a
romance,
lot of
vaguely
them
ecchi
just.
tropes.
It's a lot of them just fixing old tropes so that they're not following the trope anymore.
Yeah, actually, that sounds about right. The new trope is stopping the old nonsense.
Exactly. Like, oh, did she run out the door with a piece of bread and jam in her mouth? It's cool. She will hit no one.
Right.
Matter of fact, she'll
I
just
want
run
an
past the love
extended
interest.
running sequence of just them not running into anyone. A few
Um,
close calls, but hitting absolutely nothing.
I want
She
one where
will
they
eat her
hit each
toast.
other and what happens is he had a sandwich with just peanut butter, and boom, the sandwiches smashed together, and they're fine.
And they have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich now.
Exactly. They just split it and go to school. That's what I want.
Yeah, I think I would appreciate that. She doesn't go to school. Boom, no truck. Truck knocks the toast out of her mouth.
I don't know if that's a new trope. That's just because I think Zombieland Saga kind of starts that way. Like she just walks out to go to school. Oh,
Zombieland Saga is relatively new.
yeah, but still truck.
Yeah, I love that recognizing Truck-kun is the new trope because we all know it's Truck-kun. I was very excited in an episode of Attorney Woo, that like K-drama on Netflix, really good. Truck-kun made an appearance in the best possible way. Whether or not that man was isekai'd, we will never know, but Truck-kun hit it dead center.
The timing was just perfect.
It was.
Did enjoy that Truck who made an appearance in Uncle from Another World. Like at the beginning, it's like, oh no, the nephew gonna get got too? Nah, he got
Right. Every time Truck-kun makes a cameo. Actually, I might have to look into that as a cosplay option. I don't think it's possible, but I want someone the next con they go to dress as Truck-kun and just lightly bump into random cosplayers.
Like, it can't be like even better. Just track down all the isekai cosplayers. Like, anyone who's from a different, who's playing someone as a different world, like just. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
All you need is a bit of cardboard and some like tape and glue and some straps.
I'm not gonna say what you need. I don't know.
Right. I also don't know how to cosplay. I'm terrible at it. But yeah, if you can Truck-kun cosplay, please, you will be the most popular person at the con.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's gonna need a photo of them being run over by Truck-kun.
Oh, absolutely. There will be a line lining up to get bulldozed. Okay, that's about all of our time today. I can't believe we did a full hour. Woo, Patty will be so proud of us, guys.
Right? All right. Yeah. Thanks for listening as always. Thanks for showing up.
See you next week, probably.
More than likely, yeah.
All right, glad you could join.
Thanks. All right. Peace.